All right, we are live once again. Hey guys, it is April 12th. Is it still April 12th? Yeah, it is. We kind of zoomed past April 11th and went into April 12th. So it's only 12:25 here for anybody wondering in other countries what time it is. That's what time it is here. So it's like a little past midnight here on Thursday night, really Friday morning. Hey, Renee, hi. Hey, love you, amigo. Thank you. Thank you. I love you too. I'm really happy. Today's been a very amazing day for me, and you guys are all a part of it. It's been really cool. Yesterday, hey, hi Jurgen. Hey, remember to tell me where you're from. We've got Renee B and Jurgen, and I'm not sure. Renee B, you have to tell me where you're from. You can type it in. Go ahead. Let's see where you're from. New Mexico. And Jurgen, Sweden. Did I get it? I don't know. There's a Swedish Andrea. Hi. Watching from Sweden. I just said Sweden. Oh, you're from Atlanta, Jurgen. Wow. Your name sounds like you're Swedish or Norwegian, something. Anyway, good. Thank you guys for coming. And Renee, where are you from? And thank you, Swedish Andrea, for letting us know. The Gnomestead My Alaska Life. That is cool. I found some guy on, I think it was TikTok, but it's amazing. This guy's from Alaska and he's underwater showing all kinds of stuff. It's fantastic. Dallas. Okay, Renee. All right. And Frock, you're from the Netherlands. I love it. I love it. Have you ever gone to Norway, Frock? DJ, okay, OT 420. Hi, Tori. All right. Sounds like my brother. And two more days and it's his birthday. Okay, morning here from Swedish Andrea. Okay, good day from Australia. Ooh, Belinda. Wonderful. Well, today has just been a great day for me just because you guys were all so kind last night. I just kept thinking, I can't believe Scientology. It's like, I told you, and for anybody that's watching this who doesn't know, if someone leaves and they speak out against Scientology, even though they do kind of really creepy things, I'm not speaking about Scientology per se, but their abuses, stopping free speech, breaking up families, medical abuse, fair game, just overcharging people to death, regging young kids to join. I have 5 exchange students. Wow, from Norway. All right, Renee, cool. Anyway, they declare people suppressive. This is my SP declare. And they list out, what are your horrible crimes? That even if they have to make them up, like mine are made up, because I already told all my friends my crimes. But, they end up creating their own enemies from that. And, we're just people. We're people. And a lot of these people were never even in Scientology. Some were, some weren't. But there's Lovett. Hi, Lovett. Welcome. And Amanda Beaumont. Hey. All right. So a lot of different people. There's ex-Scientologists who are people that left because of various different things that happened to them in Scientology. I put my whole escape story on this YouTube site, which you can look at and see. Scientology is a joke. It will make you go broke. Very true. Unfortunately, it's not really a joke, but it is. It will make you go broke. Hey, Moose the Loose 38. All right, that's a good nick. Hi, you have to let us know where you're from, Moose. You can't be just on the loose. Well, maybe you are. If you're just cruising around, let us know. If you're not anywhere, you can just say cruising around. Which is what my brother's doing. That's kind of his, well, now he's in Thailand. So he's living in Thailand now because that happened during COVID. He was going on his way to Vietnam to do a concert and COVID hit. He was in Thailand and they said, every country said, nope, American can't come in here. No. And so he stayed in Thailand and he said, I'm on an island. I always wanted to retire on an island. So here I am. And he sends the most beautiful pictures. I mean, he has a great life. Anyway, it's fun. Okay. And this is mythical Movian. All right. 1014. Hi, Tori. Love from Illinois. All right. My home state. I've watched you since your anonymous days. Yeah, that was wild. We're trying to find why we protest. That used to be a website. And if you're good at research, if you can just poke around, we're just trying to find something happened to it because now it's gone. And it had great photographs of all of our protests and pickets and people. And I mean, it was an amazing thing. And so anyway, we're trying to find it. And someone that was picketing with me during the anonymous time was over tonight and mentioned that it's vanished. So I'm just going to start saying it to everybody. See if you can poke around, talk to people, see if you know anybody who had, because they said back then, this was in 2008, they said, oh, everything's mirrored, meaning it's copied. So we've got it safe. But that doesn't seem like it's true. Hi, Bronzy. How are you? Hi, Beansy. Good evening. Thank you. Minnie Angel. Hi, happy. You guys have to let us know where you're from. I'm on vacation at Carmel by the Sea, you rat. Oh, I love that area. It's so beautiful. That is one of my favorite areas. One of my friends lives in Seaside, which is right up from that. And I always tease her. I say, and Andreas, I used to tease too, but he doesn't believe in heaven. But I told her, I said, if if there is a heaven and you guys go to it, you're going to walk in and go, this is it? This is heaven? That's all it is? Because Carmel is so beautiful. I mean, truly, it's one of if you ever get a chance, go there. Carmel and Monterey, both beautiful. All right, Charles Patrick, all right, was just reading that your uncle was a player for the Detroit Tigers. Yep. I know my dad and his brother were both professional ball players. One was baseball. I believe the Detroit Tigers is baseball, right? And my dad was football. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm very well, thank you. Have a mountain of washing to fold while I listen. Okay, preparing for a trip to Istanbul. Wow, Bronzy, that's intense. That sounds cool. You guys are all over the place, great places. I live in Hollywood, not far from La Poupou. Okay, Charles. Well, you should come out and protest with us the next time. And here's the Hildebrand family. Hello, good morning from the Netherlands. Oh, so you couldn't possibly be my friend John Hildebrand because I don't think he'd go to the Netherlands. Not because he wouldn't want to, it's just because he's hooked to this university in San Diego. Coming from Seattle. Okay, thank you, Jean. J Beans. That's good. Drifter Shelley. Okay, I'm late, but I made it. All right. Hi, Tori and chat. So hello. And the Gnomestead, My Alaska Life. Okay. Go Phillies. Okay. And Drifter Shelley, Riverside County. Okay. So you certainly could come to any of our protests too. We need to get somewhere, we give a little time so people can come in, and do it. They're having a fun thing in Florida, with Aaron and all the people that have flown in. It's going to be a fun weekend for them. So make sure to check in on that. Natalie already made it there. So she and my Tony made it there, and a few other people. So it's already going. It's rolling. So that's good. Hi, Hans. Good morning. Okay, good. And Kyle Carter checking in from Indianapolis. Thank you. We had an org a few years back. We pretty much ran him out of town. Good for you. Good for you. Danny and Leah are in Texas on their way to Florida. All right, good. Yeah, that happened with Natalie and my Tony. They were flying into Clearwater and they had so much, I think it was a tornado or something. but they had to fly them to Fort Myers, which my mother used to live in, which is like 2 hours south of Flag. And then I think they flew them back, I think, or they drove, either way. But they got there because I see them there. Love from Kentucky. All right, Janet Smith, thank you. And Gregory, you're all welcome to visit early Friday morning. Need to get work done, dropped in watch later. Okay, all right. Van, I'm not sure what the first word says. Van Bonnen from, I can't really read it. All right. Danny and Leah are driving there. Wow, it's a super long drive. That is a long drive from Texas to Florida. I did that drive. I know that. I mean, I drove from Florida all the way to LA. But boy, it's a long drive. It really is. It's a good drive, and it's amazing to see America. It really is. I loved it. I mean, it was really great. But boy, it was something else. Anyway, I want to thank all of you, and that so a bunch of people sent me donations yesterday, and I want to thank you. I'm so excited that I'm gonna be able to get a camera and actually watch these guys and catch them. This is like the first time that's ever happened. Question. All right, here's a question. I gotta do this. Is there something special going on in Clearwater, or are they just meeting up to protest? I think they just decided to, I think, and I could be wrong, and anybody can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's just sort of like a party protest, get together. It's SPTV, and I don't know. Maybe they have more things. We'll find out this weekend. There's probably something, but I don't know what it is. I really don't. I just know that they're picketing, and a bunch of people are flying in from various different places all around the United States. So that'll be fun. They're going to have a good time. They already look like they're having a good time. Do you still have Anonymous? I do. Here he is. Thank you for asking, Kyle. That's very kind of you. This is Mr. Anonymous. He's from Norway, as you can see from his Norwegian flag that's on him. He was originally one of my original buddies when I first left. Of course, I lost all my friends and my husband of 27 years. And I went, and Andreas had come to Norway. And I had never met Andreas. And so I saved up. He found out where I was born because I didn't know. I mean, I knew I was born in Kansas City, Missouri, but I didn't know what hospital I was in. And he's a computer geek, so he found it, got a copy of my birth certificate, mailed it to me. And then I got the passport from that. And I saved up for a year, and I went to Florida or to Norway. And one of the things we got was Mr. Anonymous, and he became very famous immediately. I'm not going to say that. No, said you didn't have a moose for dinner. That's what he's saying. He had a moose for dinner. All right, so glad you'll get security set up now. Me too. I'll let you know when it happens. I mean, I'm hoping it does. It's one of those things where I think it will. When was your car rear view mirror sprayed painted pink on one side? Was it because of the color of your hair? Creepy. No, my hair I hadn't put purple in my hair for years later. That was way in the early 2000s. And probably maybe 2005, 2007. And, they were after me all the time. They were doing stuff, all flattening my tires, broke into my house, stripped my computer. And they just did a ton of stuff. I mean, it's amazing that I lived through it. It really is when I think about it. But I did. You know what I mean? It's one of those where it's like, you either, I forget what the expression is, but you either get up and make it or you die, and it was just kind of like, I'm not going to die. That's it. I don't believe in that, and they can do whatever they want. I'm here, and that's the way it is. And here I am now. I've been out since 2000. That's 24 years. It's a long time. I was in 30. So I'm almost out as long as I was in. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so now what does this person say that I Now you have friends who love you. I know, that's the wonderful thing. That's what I wanted to tell you guys tonight. It's just amazing that Scientology thinks of us, the ex-Scientologists, as suppressives and how evil we are and everything. And any of you who are even supporting us, you're evil too, and it's such bullshit. I mean, yesterday you guys were so kind and thoughtful, and it just was like amazing to me. It was like really wonderful. It really was. And I thought, God, if they only knew, because they have nothing like that. Nothing. I mean, nothing. I mean, they have a few friends, but that's it. And the friends are always struggling because they have to get up the bridge or pay IAS or get a higher IAS or more money or whatever. There is always something that they have to do. So it's just not fun. You know what I mean? It isn't fun. I don't know why they stay. If you're watching this and you see this, just walk out the door. That's all you have to do. The way out is the nearest door, period. That's all I'm going to say. All right, Gregory Netsky from Cape Town years back. We went to SA Champs horse riding at somewhere else. Ooh, okay, he's talking to them. I shouldn't be doing that. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. There you go. That's it. There you go. Thank you. It's true. And nothing should kill you, until you're dead. But, whatever happens. Was your son also declared suppressive? Did he also get the yellow paper? No. First of all, it isn't yellow paper. It's goldenrod. So you might as well get the lingo correct. This is a goldenrod piece of paper. And that's what they put the person declared on. And no, my son never did. He really wasn't a Scientologist. Not really. And so I made sure he was out. And I already told this story a couple of videos ago. But I wanted to make sure that he was out before I left, because I didn't want to have any disconnection or anything like that. And I knew he didn't. I mean, I gave him a choice, but he said he didn't want to do it. And I said, okay, then that's it. Yeah, he was actually out quite a few months, probably a half a year before I left. It took me a while. It did. It took me a while. It really did. But I wanted to make sure he was safe. And one of the things they do with young people, and any young person listening, I want you to know this. Scientology pitches, you will be the head of communication in our business. And it just sounds like so dramatic and exciting. And, they have different labels for different things that you could be, whatever you want to be. They'll make up a big title for it. But I told my son, even when I was in, I said, look, that's all they have is a title. You never get paid more money than when they first hired you. It's really creepy. So don't ever work in a Scientology company. That's what I told him. After he finished college, it was like, just don't work in a Scientology company. Now they can say, well, that's suppressive. Listen to her. She was suppressive when she was in. Yep. If you think that is, I was. But I didn't want my son suckered into your creepy ass thing. See, there's a perfect example. Like, they never think, oh, maybe she had a point there, because we do give them the big titles and we don't ever pay them any more money. But they never think of it that way. They always say, you need to be more responsible. No, you need to be more responsible. David Miscavige, Bill Yachty, Osa floor mats, you guys need to learn responsibility. And the reason why we are multiplying is because we are a good group of people with kindness and love. Here you go. Hello from Chicago. I woke up at 2:30 a.m. and thought I'd pop in. All right. Rodo. Okay, thank you. All right. Cool. I'm glad you popped in. How's Chicago? Okay, here's somebody saying, I worked for a Scientology family-owned business for 12 years. Wow. I saw a lot of weird shit. I got fired because I told them they needed to go check their ethics. Good for you. And weren't you happy once you got fired? It's like, you got fired. What a bunch of bozos. They're just bozos. That's all there is to it. Going back to bed, but we'll be listening. Love to everyone, from Renee B. All right. Bye, Renee B. Sleep tight. You guys are great. You really are. Thank you. Wasn't Harold born into Scientology? Pretty much, because his parents, he was born, I think, in 1948, and Scientology was officially started with Dianetics in 1950. And his parents started going to all these various different lectures that L. Ron Hubbard was giving, and he went to them. That's how he met LRH. Um, okay, other people are wishing you good night, Renee. Nothing kills you until you're dead. That's good. Nothing kills you until you're dead. Great quote by Tori. Well, it's kind of true, isn't it? Right? It's like you're not killed until you're dead. So you might as well get up and fight. That's the way I feel. It's like keep at it. Give it your best shot. What encouraged you to join at first? Did you think it was an actual church? God, no. Nobody joined because it was a church. No. It what happened, and I've told this story, but you obviously didn't hear it, was I in college wanted to be a doctor. My grandfather was a doctor, and I really liked what he did. He was one of those people that had the black bag and went around to people's homes and helped them. And I thought, I love this. That's what I want to do. But by the time I got to college, I was just like 4 more years of this and 4 more years of medical school and internships. I just thought it's not going to happen. And so I was already not feeling great about it. And then a friend from high school brought me the Dianetics book. And I read 3 chapters. That's all I read was 3 chapters about you were able to clear someone. And I thought, well, that's sort of like being a doctor. It isn't at all. And it doesn't really work. But I thought it did. And I believed it did. And I had an argument with my dad, and he said, our morals are no school. And, I wrote on the thing, your morals are no school. Screw you. And I never said that to my dad before. And I loved him dearly. So he knew that. Luckily, I had written him a letter telling him how much I loved him and how sorry I was for being such an idiot as a teenager. And, just all the things I cared about. And I was one of the only people who did. Then he died at 51. So very shortly after I got in the cult. And I told that to a bunch of skeptics, and they all laughed. They said, maybe that's why he died, because you got in Scientology. But no, I definitely didn't think it was an actual church. It wasn't really a church. When I joined, it was a modern science of mental health. So it was like a self-improvement thing. That's what I thought of it as. It wasn't really a church for a long, long time. Way until the 70s, they really turned it into a church because Larry Wallerstein, or maybe 80s, because he was suing them. And I remember they said, okay, we all have to become ministers overnight. So we became ministers within a week. We all got ordained as ministers. And I said, what is this all about? And he said, well, now we can write priest penitence privilege on every folder. And I said, and that's for what? And he said, then the judges can't open the folders and read them. Now, of course, you're not thinking when you're in the Truman Show, well, wait a minute, that's kind of icky. That a judge can't read what happened. What's happening that's so bad? But you're thinking about your life and just thinking, okay, they just want confidentiality. It just goes over your head. At least it did for me. Remember, I'm public. So I was public. The Sea Org are the guys that run these divisions and departments you're talking about. And yeah, they all get paid the same. They're in the Sea Org, and they get paid. Well, when I was in, they were $35 a week. That was it. It didn't matter what you did. You hardly got paid anything. I mean, it was really slave labor. I had a job, so there you go. They shouldn't have routed me out of the Sea Org. All right, now here's a comment. The PWV area, aka Johannesburg, may have as many orgs as LA, CLIO, AO, Africa, St. Hill, Johannesburg. I don't know what the other one is, in North PTA, and the Hubbard Museum. Are you serious? I don't know what PWV is, first of all. So if you could let me know that, that would help. But you're talking about Johannesburg, which is where, I don't know. I didn't realize they had that many orgs. Really? That's weird. Are there any people in the orgs? No. See, that's the difference. There can be all kinds of buildings with titles on them, but if there's nobody in them, who cares? And that's the difference in Scientology and a functioning church. Muggy. Okay. All right. If anybody wants to interpret that, they can. Or if you want to gingerly grace case. All right. Comment. All right. Here's a comment. I can't believe how similar Scientology is to the dumb cult I was in. I know they're all the same, all of them. We were all trained to be body routers, and our LRH was named Daisaku Akita. Okay, it was a total cult and so crazy. I know that from going to that cult conference in 2000. Stacy brought me. She said, I want you to come with us. And, we talked and they talked. And, everyone had horror stories that was in every single cult. But then the weird thing for me was you'd get near them to talk to them and they'd be talking about something and you'd go, oh, you were in the Sea Org, right? And they'd go, no, Church of Christ. And, or some other cult. They were all different cults, but we all had this very similar experiences. And of course, I wasn't even in the Sea Org. I was for a little bit, like 6 months, but I'd heard stories about it forever. So I kind of knew, I had an idea of it. And it was weird to hear that it was so many different groups. And of course, Scientology is like, we're not a cult. It's like, right. You keep rowing with that. Hello from Vienna, Austria. Wow, good morning. That sounds like a lovely place. That's one of my favorite places because of the sound of music. It's one of my favorite musicals. Wonderful. Okay, no one. All right, thank you. Sent an email. Please check. Maybe it was filtered. Okay, I'll look. I'm really bad with email. I am. So I'll look and see. The best thing, if you can, is to send me a text or a private message saying check your email, because I'm not. I admit it. I just have so many, and it's just so much spam. It's like I just get overwhelmed. I admit it, and I just go, yeah, that. I'm sorry. I do. I wish I had a better way of doing it, but at this point, and other people that see the emails go, yeah, you need to hire someone, to answer these because it's just too many. It's just way too many. Anyway, but I'll look. I'll look. No one. All right. I announce I'm turning 50 and tell people it's either older or dead. Well, okay. The thing for me was 50 was nothing. I mean, it was really surprising because here in the States, they make a big deal about turning 50, or they used to. I don't think they do anymore because now so many of us are older. But they used to make a big deal. I forget what they called it, but it was something about turning 50, and they'd have these parties where you're old and stuff like that. And now, 50 was like nothing. It was nothing. I love my 50s and I love being 60. And I even love more being 70. I've really had a great time being 70. And so have my brothers. It's really surprising. All three of us are like, what a shock. It's really, we really didn't think we'd be 70 and have as much fun as all three of us are having in totally different areas. My oldest brother's an author and, has turned into this big social guy that's very interesting. My older brother, David, is, a DJ in a band living on an island off Thailand and, just like wild as crazy. And then here's me, you know what I mean? And was in a cult for 30 years and escapes out. And now I've got all these friends and I'm doing this live streaming and they're like, oh my God, it's like of the three of us, we go, mom and dad would be I don't know if they'd be really proud of us or what, but I think they would. I think they'd be happy. I mean, when we were younger, when we were in our college years, they really wanted us to be in corporate America. And my younger older brother was the first one to take off. He was like, mm-mm, I'm out. And he left. And then I left and became a hippie. And then from the hippie went back to college and then left college and got in Scientology. So that was me. And Paul's always, the oldest one, has always been a writer and a runner. And, he's just, all three of us have kind of amazing stories in different ways. It's kind of neat. Anyway, I hadn't talked to Paul in 30 years, and now we could talk every day. It's really fun. So you never, you might think you lose a family member, but you really don't. It just takes time. And now we're friends. Chat reminder. Okay, this is from Love It. Thank you, Love It. Please, your friends. Oh, yeah, use when chatting, but please keep it to a minimum. Please use complete sentences for all other comments for Tori. Thank you. Yeah, it really helps me when you use a complete sentence, because otherwise I can't remember what you're talking about. Did you ever get to meet Ron Miscavige? I think I did. I think I did before he passed away. You mean David Miscavige's dad? Yeah, I did meet him. And he seemed like a great guy. Sucks how David treated him. True. But he, everyone has their stuff, so I was glad he was able to make as many videos as he did before he passed away. That was good. And I'm really glad Jen is speaking out. She's the niece, so that's cool. She's got her own live stream thing too, Jenna Miscavige. Hi from Michigan. Watch the Truman Show movie. Wow. Isn't it just wow? It is so Scientology. And I'll tell you, if you watch it a few times, you really get it. You go, oh my God. I mean, even the thing where they go down to the beach and he goes down there to see this girl that he likes. And she goes, you got to get out of here. They're going to come after you. And he's like, no, we're at the beach. And she's like, no, I'm telling you, they're going to come after you. And they come over the hill and you see these lights come and it's like, oh my God, they get him. It's just so Scientology. It's freaky. It's really freaky. For me, I watched it over and over when I was in Scientology. I think it was part of my waking up because it was so like, oh my God. Did you ever interact with Tommy Davis? I don't think so. I did on the internet. Do you know what I mean? Not with him, but I was the one that when he said, you're invalidating my faith, I immediately made a video saying your faith in what? What? L. Ron Hubbard, David Miscavige? Get out of here, Tommy Davis. And I loved when he was on TV. If anybody missed it, he was on TV. And I forget the gentleman's name who was interviewing him, but they had obviously made some kind of an agreement where he wouldn't ask him about OT3. But of course he gets into it and he's like, all right, so I got to ask you, he's going to ask him about Xenu and this was with, Tommy Davis. No, I'm thinking about Tom Cruise. And Tom Cruise goes, don't say it. Don't say it. And he goes, I think I'm going to have to say it. And Tom Cruise rips off his things and just walks off stage. I mean, it was just like, it was really funny because he was pissed. But it was good. It showed people, it's like, these guys are nuts. Act religious for some tax exemptions. Okay. That's a consideration. All right. Wow. A doctor making house calls. You'll never see that again. I know. It was really it was in its own era. It was in the 50s. And it was fun. My grandfather was a stitch. He really was. He was a great storyteller. And I told you, he used to scare us to death at night. He'd tell us these really scary stories. And we believed him. I mean, he was such a good storyteller. It was like, oh my God. And we were city kids, so we didn't know. And he grew up in the country. And we were like, really? The one that always sticks in my mind is the one where he said his teacher got eaten by wolves. And we were like, your teacher got eaten by wolves? We were just like really freaked out on it. But I'm sure you guys know it by now. Anyway, Mini Angel, hi, if you're still here, YouTube is not sending notifications for lives today. Hey, That makes me mad. If anybody knows how to fix that, let's do it. Who do you think will take over? Oh God, please don't ask me that question. I don't like David Miscavige to begin with. I left Scientology because of David Miscavige, and I have absolutely no interest in Scientology. I mean, even if David Miscavige is gone, it's still run on the policies and tech of L. Ron Hubbard. And so I don't care who takes over. That it's still what it is now, and it's just getting worse and worse. Like the person saying there's so many, orgs here in Johannesburg. Okay, there's so many orgs here too, but there's nobody in them. I always tell people, they go, wow, Scientology is really expanding. And I go, and that's based on what? And they go, well, look at all the buildings they have. And I go, exactly. And have you ever looked in those buildings? And they go, no. And I go, well, here's how many people are in them. There's nothing compared to what it used to be. And they go, really? And I go, yeah, go look for yourself. You don't have to believe me. Good morning from Belgrade, Serbia. Wow, that's intense. Hello, 9:50 a.m. there. All right. Well, welcome to your new day. And thank you for coming on and saying where you're from. Rachel Gilligan, why does it seem, all right, I'll put it up here so everybody can read it. Why does it seem that to become a successful celebrity, you have to be in Scientology? Please. That is about as far from the truth as it could possibly be. That is Scientology's line they've fed over and over to the public, to the point where someone like you, Rachel, is believing it. You don't have to be in Scientology. In fact, we were just laughing about it, that it's a big plus point if you say, I was in Scientology and I left, if you want to get in the industry, because most of the industry doesn't like Scientology. No, that couldn't be farther from the truth. Okay, these guys are talking together. Okay, good morning from Glasgow, Scotland. All right, I stand alone. Woohoo! Thank you. I watched the video from Greg and Deborah Barnes. Okay, good. A lot of Scientologies. I know they were newly out. I mean, they were just literally, when they made that video, they were like days out. And it's just like one lingo thing after another. It's amazing. It really is. And they don't stop to clarify what it is either. It's sort of like back then, when you first come out, you just think that's how people talk, like that. They'll understand it. It's like, no, they don't. Okay, mostly Damascene. That video with Jim Carrey. So you want to be a cult leader pretty much sums up the similarities. Think I found it via Mark Bunker. Okay, good. Yeah, Bunky's going to be doing his live stream pretty soon. I talked to him yesterday, I think. No, I wasn't. I'll look again. Let me just write it down so I make sure after I hang up. I'm going to write it down. Is it ARPS? ARPS? Mostly Damascene. Okay. Oh, no, wait, that isn't it. No, it's not you. It's Yvonne Clark. Oops, sorry. Thank you, guys, but I have to write this down or else I won't remember it. Email. Okay, Yvonne, I will check it as soon as we get off. Thank you for your streaming so late. I was getting bored. All right, and your nick is Osa. Okay. Every cult doesn't believe they are a cult. That's true. That's very true. Well, no one, I'll send it to you in your email. So you send me an email and I'll send it to you. If I find it, I'll send it to you. Okay. Now we hope this will be true. Tomorrow, Tori will be set up with monetization. Hopefully, it activates quickly. For now, all donation links are in her profile. And we got my email set up tonight. That was good. So you can see it right away. It's I realized I just had a thing. I don't even know. I think it was from a long time ago, but it said, "Welcome to Tori Magoo 44." And we both went, you really don't need that. And I put my email there, and then you can see my email. It doesn't have an email link, love it. So maybe tomorrow we can look at that because I don't know how to, she didn't either. We didn't know how to make it into a link. But at least the email's there and you can copy paste it if you want to. Okay. Yeah, I know a lot of people think this, that all religions are cults. It takes a cult mentality to believe in religion. I don't agree with you, but I know that I'm not big on religion, but I know the difference in a cult. And it's like you can't get out. It's it's really different. A religion, I was a Catholic and I walked out and I was like, no. Because this guy was like, Jesus Christ died for your sins. And I just thought, you know what? If there is a God and if there is a Jesus, they wouldn't talk to me that way. They just wouldn't. And that was it. I just went, done. And so that's a lot different and nobody turned on me. I didn't lose any friends or family or anything. So, hi, Susie SP Squirrel from Wisconsin. Hello, hello, hello. And it's just me over the hill. You guys are too cute. All right, now let me just see. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do the wish list tomorrow also. Okay, I'm trying to get down so we can keep this kind of earlier. The Truman Show is my favorite movie of all times. Watched it probably 10 times. Yeah, me too. I don't know if it's my favorite movie of all times, but I definitely like it. And it's really educational for people. She said nothing makes her happier than a pissed off Tom Cruise. All right. Okay. Here's another hippie. Miss Tori, legit from 60s and 70s. Peace, love, and rock and roll. You got that right. Boy, those were some fun times, weren't they? I mean, I'm so lucky I went then. I really am. Is there still any filtration? You have to put question in front of this because I could have missed this, Charles. Is there still any infiltration by Scientology of the IRS federal governments, or is it just local government like LAPD since Operation Sword? Now, they have, I mean, I can't say no, I don't know, because who knows what they do. But I doubt it because 11 people went to prison because of that. And, so I'm pretty sure they decided let's not do that again. And so I don't think so. Now wait, Belinda, you're asking which movie do you want to, The Truman Show. I think you can watch it on YouTube, I think. Does anybody know for sure? I think I watch it on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. It used to be. This is a good one. The squirrels should start their own religion. The police won't touch you then, and you can get tax exemption for protest funds. I think you're right. I do. I really do. I mean, why not? It's like, I mean, we've already got DOA as an ordained minister now, and I'm an ordained minister with the Church of Scientology. And I don't think they can take that away. They can say it's taken away, but whether it is taken away or not, I don't know. It went through the state, so I don't know. But anyway, I think it's a good idea to start our own religion. In my cult, they went after and tried to get celebrities just like Scientology does. They had, Tina Turner and Herbie Hancock and Orlando Bloom. Wow. What cult were you in? What was the name of it again? They take all your money and time. Oh, that's too bad. What? Let me know. Can you type in the bottom what cult it was though? All right, and then this is you're talking to Jesse, so I'll leave that be. And our flag is in Florida, and you gave to their what? Jurgen, what are you talking about? And our flag is in Florida, and to you gave to go there often for courses. And your point is that's weird. And our flag is in Florida. What is our flag? First of all, the United States of America. It's in every state. And you gave to go there often for courses. Yeah, I was in a cult. That's what we're talking about. I'm not sure what your point is, but you make sure that you let us know. Question: was anyone allowed to feel sad when Elleridge died? Well, first of all, they don't have a thing where you're not allowed to feel sad. It's just, remember, they look down on people that are down stat, and grief is down on the tone scale. But they understand people are sad. And no, there were a lot of people that were sad when he died. I wasn't, because I lost my son that night. And so all my attention was on finding my son, which I did. But there were people that were sad. And no, they're not going to get in trouble for feeling. Was anyone allowed? I mean, it isn't a matter of you're not allowed. That isn't a case. Chi, hi. Yeah, I got my other C batteries. You knucklehead. I love you. I really do. She sent me a megaphone, and I'm trying to get it to go, but I need D batteries. And so then she very kindly sent me D batteries. But it must be Amazon has either they're lacking in D batteries, or they just have somebody that doesn't get the difference in C and D. But I'm just going to buy them, Chicana, because no, it isn't. No. Now wait. Okay. Tori Magoo. Hola. This is how DOA pronounces my name. It should have changed it to C battery, Chicana, right? No, D battery. They came with C batteries. It says on the box, use D batteries. So I pointed that out to you. You said, okay, I'll send them to you. And then you sent me C batteries. No, not C, not your name, D. So I'm just going to get them. You don't have to send them to me, really. I'll just go down to, like CVS or Target or something tomorrow and get them. And then I'll have them. It'll be good. And then I'm going to see if I can return those, and you can get the money back for them. Does anyone know why only DOA Laura and Confidence Chris were the only ones to show up? Yeah, I think part of it was a test. I thought apparently the person who set it up, which wasn't any of those guys, wasn't even there, didn't show up. So I don't know what happened on that, but it was kind of weird. But it was supposed to be a test. It was a test protest, and I've never heard of that. So I guess other people went, okay, you guys test. And they'll either go when it is or not. Yay for monetization. Thank you, Chi. All right. I think we're almost at the bottom. Okay, a whole bunch of people are saying hello. This is a funny one to read. Oh man, I didn't know you were live. I was watching an old Mark Bunker video. I thought you said I didn't know you were alive. It could happen. B. All right. I don't know what that's about. I'm with you, Tori. Any preacher who screams at me or tries to guilt or shame me into something, I'm out. Bye. Yeah, that's the way I feel too. It's like, that's not in any way, shape, or form something I need or want. I don't know what this is. Tolga. Okay, I guess that's just your name. All right, and look who's here. Love it. Please comment in full sentences. Thank you. Good, good. She was mentioning that the Cinderly Grace. Okay, here's a question. How did the 11 Scientologists arrested for Snow White get auditing in prison? I think they did do auditing in prison, but I have no idea. It was in the 70s. It was like a long, long time ago. Good morning, beautiful Tori. Thank you. And wonderful people in the chat. Thank you, Selma. Complicated last name. That always cracks me up. Okay, I don't know. This is another question about will I be protesting on tax day? I'm not sure. I have to find out which day it is, which I don't know. I think it's the 19th or 20th, but I thought they had like 3 days. There was one that was a test and then 2 other days. So I think that's what's complicating it. It's like, why are there 3 days for a protest? I don't get that. So I don't know. I might not. Do you ever talk to Stacy Brooks? No. Haven't talked to her in a long time. Would like to, but I haven't. Sorry. I wish Tori didn't have to squint to see her chats. Can she zoom in or perhaps get a larger screen? Just trying to help her out. Okay. I have a pretty big screen and I don't really know. Tomorrow she can check it out and see. I don't know how to zoom. So I'm sorry if that is awkward. I know it is a little awkward. It does look awkward, but what can I say? Oh, what is this? Oh, okay. These are 2 people trying to help me with this. Okay, Justin, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Sorry about how many comments last night came across. All wrong. I'm just going to keep my fingers quiet tonight. Yeah. The thing about sending a comment is think it through. It's like someone taught me this as far as speaking, or like if you're going to read aloud, look at the sentence, get it formulated in your head, and then read it aloud, that kind of thing. And it's kind of the same with typing. You've got to kind of think it through and then say it, and don't hit send until you feel comfortable with it. Okay, now this is Holly saying, I wonder if, well, this is Chi mentioning to Holly, I wonder if a high contrast or text style change would do the trick. I hate seeing Tori struggle too. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I have little tiny eyes. That's just what happens. I will love it'll be here tomorrow and we'll see if we can make it bigger. But I have little tiny eyes. That's just the way it is. I don't have eyes like regular people. I have like little tiny eyes. My girlfriend used to call them moon eyes. It was really sweet. Dumb comment. Hola, Tori Magoo 44. This is how DOA pronounces my name. I should have changed it to C Battery Chicana, right? Now wait, we already went over this. No, it's D. I don't know if you said this again or if somehow I got way up here, but anyway, no, it's D batteries. Oh, I got it. Amazon messed up. Yeah, I triple checked last time. It's like OSA works at the warehouse. Yeah, I think they goofed up. Or I thought of it today because I went to Office Depot to get some pens, and I thought, oh, I could get the D batteries. And you know what? They didn't have them. And I thought maybe they're really low for some odd reason on D batteries. And so they're just saying, just put in the C batteries. That'll work. And it really doesn't. I mean, even Drew was like, this is not going to work. Nope. Okay, here we go. During my confession before my wedding, the priest accused me of having more sins. Are you serious? So I asked him if he wanted to know about all the premetal SCX Oh, sex. With my husband, I got 20 Hail Marys. It was worth it. I can't believe a priest would say that to you. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, now here we go with Holly. You know, I'm holding in a battery joke. Holding it in. All right. You can tell it. Go ahead. It was supposed to be D and the C batteries came. I was so mad. Okay, don't be mad. I mean, we'll get it. We'll get it. It's fine. It's not a problem because we haven't really had a protest since. So, it's like by the time we have a protest, it'll be fixed. Please donate them to DOA. All right. Okay, I could do that. Someone will need C batteries one day. That's good. Okay. Thank you. I will. Because I think he's always got stuff going on. So I will. And good morning, beautiful people, from Martha Simmons. Hello. And here's a comment. I would presume Jurgen said that the equivalent of Scientology's flag land base for the cult when they were in was also the state of Florida? I would presume. Okay. Anyway, this isn't something I'm in. So I got it. Why are there no B batteries? AAA, there's A, AA, AAA, then C batteries. Good question. Write it up to the battery company. Or, better yet, as Steve Jobs said, if you're in a room and you see something that's missing, make it and get it produced and make money on it. And there you go. Maybe I don't know if you'd have to research and see if anybody needs B batteries. I don't know. That's a good question, though. There must be, I would think. Because they may be the square ones. I saw those today. There's a short, aha. There you go. Look at this, Chi. There is a shortage of D batteries. I had a hard time finding them for the last 6 months. Wow. I live off the grid and use them for some of my lights. Ooh. Okay, good to know. Thank you for letting us know that, because that's what I thought. The fact that they would do it twice, they don't have them. You know what I mean? That's what I think. And rather than just say, sorry, we don't have them. It's like, go ahead, try the seats. That'll work. Good morning, Martha Simmons. Okay, everyone's saying good morning. No, we're not going to go into your favorite 70s bands. What was the heaviest burden lifted off of you when you escaped the occult? That's a good question. I think having to be there, just feeling like I had to stay there, and that, that was my life. And even though I liked my friends and I loved my husband, but it was just like, I didn't like Scientology anymore. Once I knew that they had enforced abortions and that they were stopping free speech, it was just like, I didn't get into Scientology for that. And I remember thinking, I did not get into Scientology to do this. And so that was the biggest burden lifted, was I don't have to pretend. I don't have to go along with. I don't have to do this. Like I told, if you watch the Escape series, there's a point with Bill Yachty, who was my auditor and best friend at the time, who got me into opening those phony accounts. And it's the night before I'm going to leave. And I'm over at his house and he says, okay, what's going on? And I said, nothing. And he goes, and we'd already talked a little bit. So now he goes, sit down. And we'd often for years sat, and he was my auditor, and he would ask me, okay, what aren't you telling me? And I would tell him, I had things that I wasn't telling him. So I sit down and he goes, okay, so what's going on? And I said, nothing. And he said, Tori, that's not nothing. What is it? And at that point, I know my meter, because I know how I read. And it just had this big read, right? And he went, what's that? And I said, nothing. It's really nothing. And I realized I wasn't going to get out of there. And I had this Homer Simpson thought of like, this is the last time I'm going to put up with this shit forever. I'm done. Which I know if Yachty's watching, they used to always laugh when the critics would say stuff like that. They'd say, see, they have missed withholds, meaning, there's something that wasn't found out, blah, blah, blah. It was always making them wrong. And you can do that all you want. You're stuck in the cult. I'm out. And I have friends around the world, now in 4 continents, that are with me tonight. So there you go. So anyway, that was the heaviest burden lifted, was I don't have to do this anymore. I'm done. I'm really done. Okay, change the font size. This is a suggestion. The font size is pretty big, but I can change it and try it. Okay. Martha Simmons is saying hi to Aleska. Okay. Okay, it's on the 17th. Okay, good to know. Thank you for letting us know that. The next IRS protest is on April 17th. Official. I hope everyone shows up for it. I think it's a very powerful thing to do, as several generations of people have come and gone from the IRS. Okay. All right. Thank you for that information. So the 17th. And here's an observation from YRB. Protesting on federal property, such as the IRS, may have different rules, and therefore a smaller group testing it may have been the reason for practice run. Message got out even when 3 go. Okay, that might be it. I have no idea. They used to send me down there to pass out those flyers. I only did it for 1 day. Oh, I think I posted twice. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hi, what is this? Montcalm Horror? Wow, that's an interesting thing. Hello, Tori. Midnight with Magoo. Thank you for swinging by. Oh, now what did you do? Don't tell me you ordered more. Ordered from another seller. They are coming today before midnight. Oh, I feel bad, Gee. This is, I can walk in a store and then see if they're D. Do you see what I mean? All right. Well, anyway, let's hope. But thank you for trying. You really didn't have to. I mean it. I really do. You guys are amazing. Such a kind group of people. Okay. All right. It looks like a bunch of people are talking together. All right. You guys are all chatting. I met a young waiter tonight who studied Scientology in our state university oh, Jesus, this is awful, under the world religion course. I was shocked our public university system was teaching about Scientology. Go talk to him. I would definitely go talk to him and, talk to the principal. Just say, I need to make an appointment with you. And I want you to, I get their side of it. They have to they can't discriminate. They have to show all religions if they're going to show any religions. So that's what they're going to say. But Scientology is a business. And that's the main thing you have to say to them. They're under the title of religion, but it is a flat out business. And their number one target is roping in young college students who are young and will buy their BS. And show them going clear if you need to. Say, have them over to your house for dinner and show them going clear. You know what I mean? So that they get this is what you're pitching in your university. Because I understand their university, they have to do everybody, but not really. They don't have to do cults. They don't. That's different. but it's probably a sticky thing. Okay, so it's April 17th. Okay, good. Thank you. All right, now, oh, the batteries don't seem to last long anymore, somebody said. Minnie Angel said that. Thank you, Minnie. Well, maybe that's it too. Okay, I'm going to roll down here because these guys are chatting with each other. I think we're at the bottom. I'm happy to help saves you gas, Chi said. I kind of doubt anyone will know now. Ooh, I guess I missed something. That's okay. All right. So this is Dr. Mark. Hi. Hello. Just saying hello and thank you for your time and efforts. And thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate everything you guys have done. I really do. It means a lot. Oh yeah, and Love It said, please hit the like button. That's right. I don't know where we're at on the like things because I can't see them. But there's 168 people here, so that's good. And make sure if you want to check in on Erin's site, over the weekend or on Natalie, because Natalie said she's going to do like kind of a recap every morning of the day before. So that'll be fun too, because that'll be one where you can stay in touch and see what happened and stuff like that, because it looks like it's going to be really fun. It looks like they're going to have a good time. 111 likes. All right, well, good. So if you haven't liked it, please do. That helps for, I forget what you call it, but it helps for something. I know it does. It helps the site somehow if you have the likes. All right. I don't send you an email yesterday. I didn't send you an email yesterday, Dr. Mark in Texas, on my home security cameras. Oh, okay. Oh, you did send me one. Okay, I didn't see it. All right, so let me write that down because I've already got two people I've got to check. Dr. Mark in Texas. Okay, thank you for sending me that. And as soon as I am off now, I'm gonna check these. I like the like button and it was delicious. That's from Martha Simmons. There you go. I didn't make it up. She said it. Very cute. All right, good, you guys. Well, I think that's it. It's an hour and 7 minutes. And I mainly just wanted to thank all of you. Thank you. This is nice. You make me smile. That's good. I'm glad. That makes me happy. Oh, no, wait. This is it. Here it is. You're awesome. You make me smile. Thank you. You are welcome. Thank all of you. Like, it's delicious. You guys are funny. All right. Well, you're welcome for the stream. Have a wonderful Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. So I might be out rolling around. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm going to get to see Love It tomorrow. So that'll be fun for a little bit, but not for too long. But anyway, I might go and do some surprise things tomorrow. We'll see. And then I might do one of these and I might not. So we'll see. But either way, I love you guys. I thank you. Thank you for your generosity and your kindness. It means everything to me. It really does. All right. So have a happy Friday, one way or the other. All right. Good night or good morning, whichever it might be.